Hi, everybody. It is great to be with you this morning. As I'm talking to you, it's afternoon, and it is a beautiful, beautiful day, and I am loving this weather. So, last week, Mrs. A talked to you about the 10 Commandments, and I just want to remind you of the first one, that God says, I am the Lord your God, and you will have no other gods before me. They will not be carved of any size, shape, or form. They will not be things that fly or swim or walk. You will not bow down to them. You will not serve them. Because I am God, and I am a most jealous God, and you will have no other gods before me. So our scriptures today are about some people that kind of did have some other gods before God. And those people would be the Israelites. So remember that Moses had led them out of Egypt, and they were in the desert. And God called Moses up to Mount Sinai to have a long conversation to give Moses some more instructions. And Moses was gone for a long time, and the people started to get a little bit worried. And have you ever had that happen where you're waiting for somebody and waiting and waiting? It seems like forever, and you think they're not coming. And then finally the person shows up. I've done that. So the people were thinking, well, Moses isn't coming back. We don't know what happened to him. Something's happened to him. He's not coming back. And they kind of panicked. And so they said to Aaron, hey, do something. We need some gods to lead us around this desert and get us to the promised land. And so Aaron says, okay, give me all your gold. So they took off their earrings, and they took off their bracelets, and they took off their rings. And I don't know where these Israelite people got all this gold, being that they had just left slavery in Egypt. But that's what it says. And Aaron melted it down, and he fashioned a golden calf. So a calf is a baby cow. And he made this little golden cow. And the people said, oh, thank goodness, now we have gods again. And these are the gods of the Israelites. And they had a big feast, and then it turned into a big party, and they were all happy. But up on the mountain, God was not impressed. And God said, these people, I have done so much for them, and they continue to be disrespectful. And so I am finished with them. They have made another god. I told them not to do that, and they did it anyway. And so I'm just going to burn them all up. And Moses said, no, God, don't do that. You don't want to do that. These people, they're really good people. They didn't mean it. They don't know what they're doing. Please don't do that. Because then the Egyptians will just come in and take over, and they won't believe in you. And so Moses was worshiping God. And God said, all right, they get one more chance, but you better get back down there, and you better straighten them out, because I am really mad. So that's where our scripture ends for today. We know that Moses is going to go down and straighten these people out. But I wanted to talk to you today about the golden calf. A golden calf is called an idol. And an idol is anything that we worship instead of God. So if we have a golden calf and we're making sacrifices to it and we're praying to it, that's pretty easy to know that that's an idol. But there's some other things that we worship that maybe aren't quite so obvious. And so I want you to think for a few minutes about what your idols might be. Anything that takes you away from God could be an idol. So if you want to play soccer instead of maybe coming to church, that could be an idol. Coming to church could be an idol too. I'm going to just be honest and say that, because if that's all you think about is going to church and you forget the God part of church, church is an idol. If you think it's more important to stay up and watch TV shows rather than saying your prayers at night, that TV show could be an idol. If you think it's more important to be cool in front of your friends than do what you know is the right thing, then maybe being cool is an idol. And so I want you to remember, first I want you to think, what do I do in my life that is more important to me than God? And we all have something. None of us are perfect, but we're trying. But think about it. What's more important to me than God? And if you come up with something, then you need to really think about how can you put God in front of whatever that other thing is. Right? Now, if you think, well, I love my mom and dad. Of course you love your mom and dad, and that's the way God made you. Or your grandparents or your best friend. God made you that way. And that's a good thing. And you're still learning. But you need to start thinking about it, because I'm going to tell you right now, there's some grown-ups that have don't even know it, but we're worshiping idols. And that's a big problem. So I want you to think, I want you to pray, I want you to put God first in everything this week and forever. So that's my children's message for today. I hope that you guys are doing well. I hope school's going well. And I hope to see you soon. Bye.